Welcome into Lone Peak Fieldhouse for the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of the Lone Peak girls basketball team presented by HanuWear.com. Dusty Litzner with you. It is senior night at Lone Peak, and tonight Nancy Warner's Lone Peak Knights take on the Westlake Thunder. It is senior night. We'll be honoring our seniors tonight: Sarah Bartholomew, Kaylee Rich, Naya Tanuvasa, and Shawnee Nordstrom. And it'll be fun to go through all their accomplishments they've had and everything else, and the bright futures ahead of these seniors. It's Bartholomew, Sarah Bartholomew, Kaylee Rich, Shawnee Nordstrom, Naya Tanuvasa, and Kennedy Woolston getting the start tonight for Coach Nancy Warner. As we will start first with the Lone Peak Knights. And Shawnee, a decorated high school career, two-time state champion, a 6A Impact Player of the Year on Rewind, and hits the junction jumper. And a quick 2-0 start for Lone Peak. Remember last year, Lone Peak and Westlake finished out the year at Westlake, and the Thunder had that game very close and propelled them to a deep run in the state tournament, where Lone Peak got them in the state tournament and beat them on their way to their back-to-back state titles. Outside is Janice Sikander, nearly lost the handle. Jensen sends that into Austin Feller. Double comes. Feller around Kaylee Rich. No, and the rebound taken by Shawnee. Nordstrom quickly ahead to Bartholomew. Takes the bump. Doesn't get the bucket. A lot of contact down there on both ends of the floor, and it'll be Lone Peak basketball inbound on the baseline. I think Austin Bigelow running the camera. Kenzie Valentine running the system, the scoreboard, and commercials. Inside to Sarah. No. Gets her own board. Back up and in. So Sarah and Shawnee get on the scoreboard first. 4-0 to start for Lone Peak. Sikander near side to Feller. Austin up top to Jada Willis. Jada open for three. It was a good look there from Feller out to Willis, pardon me. Couldn't get the three to go, out of bounds, and it is Lone Peak ball. High post to Naya Tanuvasa, goes around Feller, can't get it. Austin with the rebound, now on the run. Feller leaves it for Sikander. Janice down the lane, lost the handle, and it's taken away by Bartholomew. Quickly ahead, Naya Tanuvasa, reverse it, no. And a loose ball foul going to be called on Sarah Bartholomew. Be the first foul of the quarter, and the first on Sarah. It'll be Westlake ball with 6:08 left in the quarter. So it is Jada Willis, Janice Sikander, Austin Feller, Chloe Jensen, and Isley Salval. The starting five tonight for Coach Charlotte McFarland. Thunder come in 15-7 on the year, 6-3 in region play. Lone Peak comes in 14-6 as Jada lost the ball on the drive, but Lone Peak comes in 14-6 on the year. They're 9-0 in region play. They're on an 8-game winning streak after that tough non-conference schedule. And they played a bunch of national teams. As inside, Sarah Bartholomew loses it out of bounds. I put something out on. IZ did something last night about Caitlin Clark and breaking the record, and said that I wanted it on the record somewhere. But I think the next Caitlin Clark, Lone Peak actually played her this year, and that is Aaliyah Chavez, young lady out of Lubbock, Texas, Monterey High School in Lubbock, Texas. #1 recruit. And girls basketball just continues to get better and better, including in the state of Utah. Jada over to Feller. Feller on the drive. Now Salval, Isley, no. And it's taken away by Sarah Bartholomew on the push with Woolston. Gets that to Tanuvasa. Naya up top to Shawnee, outside to Rich. Kaylee down the baseline and took a bump, no call again. They're in a lot of contact down there. Shot clock shouldn't have reset. The ball never hit the rim. Sikander comes away with the board on the extra opportunity for Lone Peak. I'm going to say, I see that in the Jerry Sloan book, that was a pick and roll in the middle of the floor with John and Carl. This is bringing Sav out to the high post. 6 seconds, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sikander with 3, 2 seconds. Jada gonna have to put this up. Gets it off just in time, and they say no. Shot clock violation. And the ball will go back to Lone Peak. So again, doubleheader tonight, senior night at Lone Peak. We'll have the boys game coming up at 7:30. Down the lane, Shawnee Nordstrom. Second bucket in the quarter. Of course, final night of the regular season, as the brackets will be released tomorrow. Matter of fact, give you a little programming note. Join Dane Stewart and myself at 9:30 tomorrow morning. We're going to be live with KSL Sports Rewind as the shot is no good. Rebound and put back there for Isley Salval. So Isley Salval with the bucket, first bucket for the Thunder. But Dane and I will be live tomorrow on KSLSports.com and also on our Instagram. You can watch us go through the reveal. We'll have members of the Activity Association part of that broadcast. We'll also line up some coaches and others to get their responses to the seeding. But Dane and I, with all the basketball we do, it's tough for us to get the weekly show in. We do games typically Tuesday through Friday. One of us are at a different game, and it's hard to get that in there. I mean, it's family stuff and trips and different things, so we apologize that we haven't had as many videos as we do in the past, but we'll be around 200 games when we get to the end of the state tournament at the Huntsman Center. Inbound into Zuri Nordstrom, can't get it, rebound and run out. That was Avery Thompson pushed that one ahead as Willis up top to Jensen, now over to Sikander. Thompson back over to Jada. And back to that short corner, didn't see it. 7 seconds. 5, back to Chloe Jensen for 3, online and good. Had a couple of looks there during that possession, and it was Jensen knocking down the 3. Timeout, Nancy Warner with 2:27 left in the first quarter. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. 2:27 left in the first. 1 point game as Lone Peak leads. Chloe Jensen with the 3, the senior for Westlake. Remember, they just had their home senior night as Tanuvasa couldn't get to that ball, a little too tall in the entry. Turnover, and the ball goes back to the Thunder. But the Thunder had their senior night already at home, and of course, you finish out the regular season. Your coaches always talk about, hey, we're going to talk about our seniors too. And we'll go through this little special note that we have on a junior from Westlake, where this is essentially her senior night. Sadly, her senior night is. Thompson tried to get away from Katie Lawrence. Lawrence at the steal. Katie on the run to the rim, and Katie Lawrence with the rip and bucket. And a lead to 3 here early on, and we go inside of 1:50 left in the opening quarter. Sikander, nice job of being there by Kendi Woolston. Sikander to the corner to Willis. Jada floated up and score it. Nice take and make there by Jada. The daughter of Jamal Willis, legendary BYU running back in the early 90s with Ty Detmer and Ryan Hancock and John Walsh. 3 from Tanuvasa, online but short. Rebound to Chloe Jensen. Nearly another rip there by Lawrence. Austin Feller sent to the corner. Jensen for three off the iron. He's got such a quick shot. And her brother Willie was on the team that went to the state championship game in 2021 as Naya Tanavasa gets down the lane and scores her first bucket of the night. Shot clock, game clock, essentially identical. Be potentially the final shot of the quarter. Top with Austin Feller. She was part of our Utah Top 50 coverage in the fall. Got to drop it in, a high post to Feller, taken away 9 seconds. 5 seconds, Kennedy travel first. So missed opportunity there for Lone Peak on the child violation on Kennedy Woolston. Quick inbound to Sikander. He's held it up, so that'll do it for the first quarter. And at the end of one, it is Lone Peak 10 and Westlake 7. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball. Start of the second quarter, Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by HanuWear.com. Go to HanuWear.com. You want to look good? Well, look good while trying to get good in the HanuWear.com. How about this? There's a steal by Shawnee Nordstrom. We'll get back to what kind of Friday it is. Is Kennedy Woolston. These are for the trailing Kaylee Rich. Back out to Kennedy. Tanavasa in the lane. Leaves it for Rich along the baseline. No. Nice box out, and the ball scooped up by Sikander. Good job working on the glass there by Ava Cheney. But it is the Dwayne The Rock Johnson Friday. His SmackDown's in town at the Delta Center. The Rock will be there tonight with our tribal chief and double dribble. Could have called traveling, they ended up calling double dribble. But the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and The Rock will be at the Delta Center tonight. So while we're paying attention to Puka Nakua and the celebrity game, we'll be checking out some SmackDown and see what The Rock says. Because finally, The Rock has come back to Salt Lake City. All right, we'll be back in a minute. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball. So welcome back, 7:17 left in the half. Shawnee goes over to Kennedy Woolston. Goes high inside to Bartholomew. Feller there to knock it away. Chloe Jensen ahead to Jada Willis. Couldn't get that ball in quick enough to Avery Thompson. She may have been there. They wasn't set to be able to get the ball there. There's Feller out on the angle. Austin leaves it for Jensen along the baseline. Chloe sends out Thompson for three. No. Rebound to Feller. Blocked away by Tanuvasa. And we're going to have a jump ball first. Possession arrow goes to Lone Peak. A quick dual possession on that blocked shot. So Katie Lawrence comes on for Kaylee Rich. Again, seniors tonight, Shawnee Nordstrom, Naya Tanuvasa, Kaylee Rich, and Sarah Bartholomew. As Tanuvasa goes to Sarah, hands back. Naya, free throw line jumper, long, rebound to Bartholomew, up and in. Anything where Sarah's been in the 3 years that we've had the Lone Peak girls on the Rewind Sports Network and the development of Sarah Bartholomew. Think back to that state championship game, I always mention it, how well she did against Maggie Mendelson and Emma Calvert. And now she'll be playing with Emma at BYU. As Feller sends out to Jensen, was online but a little long. Rebound taken by Bartholomew. Now on the run with Tanuvasa. Inside to Kennedy. Kennedy right to the rim. Stayed patient. And Kennedy Woolston with her first points. Haven't seen Kaylee come in yet. Cameraman Austin's a little disappointed. The meteoric rise of Kaylee Woolston in BYU basketball has turned Austin into a super fan. It also helped that he filmed a bunch of her games last year, but still. But Kate, if you're watching, just send me a text for Austin. I'll read it to him saying thank you. It'll make his day. The three is there for Ava Cheney. Got to be related to Cheney that played on the team that went to the was part of the whole start with Coach Michael Connor. So recovering high school sports is tough. Straight away, Woolston, yes. 5 points in the quarter for Kennedy Woolston. I want to say it was Cheney and Hester, part of that team that took Fremont to quadruple overtime at Salt Lake Community College years ago. That was in the semifinals as Feller pulls for three, no. Rebound off the foot of Bartholomew. And it will. Yeah, and say the ball stays here. I'm not going to pick on Mr. Official. I think he got it right. But he gave a slashing look. That's what so Nancy Warner's saying, like, hey, how are you giving a slashing thing? You didn't give a call. It's up top with Jada Willis. Willis, Sikander, Jensen, Feller, and Salval. The starting five back on the floor is Feller, had out poked away, but got it back. Can't finish the layup, gets her own board, sends out. Jensen again for three. Chloe Jensen's second triple, and another 30-second timeout taken by Nancy Warner. Again, remind you that tonight we've got a bunch of games coming up on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll have the boys game coming up next with Lone Peak and Westlake right here on this feed. We have Skyridge finishing out their regular season tonight. Copper Hills and Harriman, which was a great game at Harriman. In fact, that was the first game back for Kenzie Valentine. Man, how fast the regular season goes. We just got her back from hanging out in Grand Junction, of all places, and finally got her to show up and do some games. But Mike Goodkind, yes, that Mike Goodkind, the in-arena host of the Utah Jazz, on the call on that one. Intern Bauer also going to be at that one. Intern Bauer going to be running the system tonight for Mike. He'll be so excited. And then, of course, tomorrow at 9:30 on KSLSports.com, myself and Dane Stewart, we will have the bracket reveal for you. We'll be going through all the brackets, 6A through 5A, boys and girls. We'll have some coaches' responses. We'll have the Activity Association feedback at 10 a.m. We'll have Jeff Clough, Assistant Executive Director of the Activity Association, as Tanu Vasa with a little shimmy, shake, and make the earthquake on the reverse layup. There's a whole generation that knows what song I'm quoting. I taught my 9-year-old daughter that song this morning on our drive to school. This Feller sends it out to Jensen, now Feller. And near steal there by Zuri. On the drive, Feller, no. And the rebound taken by Tanu Vasa. Naya inside to Woolston. Skip to Shawnee, tipped away by Feller. Shot clock will continue to run. The shot clock down to 20 seconds. And that only resets off the rim and fouls. Shawnee pulls, no, rebound. And now taken away by Zuri Nordstrom. Down the lane, Kennedy, no. And then the rebound and run out here by Thompson. Avery around Shawnee Nordstrom, and the finish. It's a beautiful jab step and offhand finish by Avery Thompson. We got a foul on the drive. There'll be a Lone Peak ball on the floor. So Thompson picks up the foul after that terrific basket. first foul of the second quarter on either side. Quickly into Kenny. Nice hands there by Chloe Jensen. So 2:11 left in the half. A 4-point lead for Lone Peak. Ball, a pass just off the mark from Kennedy. Oh! None of the other officials had a look at that one to help out from the outside. So the Lone Peak ball on the baseline. Shawnee lobs into Tanuvasa, and Naya Tanuvasa had the size advantage on Sikander. And Tanuvasa lays it in, and a 6-point lead now for the Knights. Thompson terminates out the Salval, now Chloe Jensen. Isley sends that one out. Oh, and Sikander turns it over. On the run now, Wilson ahead to Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee had that one slapped away, and it'll be Lone Peak ball on the baseline. Always love hearing the travel yells and everything else. Not a traveling violation on that one. Into Wilson. Kennedy out to Shawnee Nordstrom. Kennedy on the drive to the rim, no. Rebound to Bartholomew and the putback. And that's a perfect example where there's no such thing as over the back in basketball. You can go over the back. You can't make contact on over the back. But there's no rule that says over the back. You can find a Wikipedia page that'll give you an answer, but not in the rule book. Chloe up top to Sikander. Now Salval with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Thompson inside of a foul on Sarah Bartholomew. It'll be the first foul of the quarter, and the first on Sarah. Pardon me, second personal foul on Sarah. So Izzy Salval comes off the floor. Kitty Lawrence checks in, along with Kaylee Rich. 30 seconds on the shot clock, about a 10-second difference. Sikander, no, good over to Thompson. And Shawnee nearly had to steal. Thompson gives that up to Sikander down the lane. Showing some patience. Jensen chased out of the corner. Up top with Willis. Three seconds, Willis with two. Willis off the window, no. Rebound to Tanuvasa. That's out of bounds off Sikander, and it'll be Lone Peak ball with just over 10 seconds left. And Westlake going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll get to the conclusion of the first half when we come back. 10 seconds left in the half. Lone Peak girls basketball presented by HanuWear.com. Shawnee quickly ahead, 8 seconds. Tanuvasa, feet set, can't get the corner three. Rich had the rebound stolen away by Sikander. Janice is going to hold things out, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And at the end of two quarters, it is Lone Peak 23, Westlake 15. You're watching Lone Peak girls basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Start of the second half, we'll come back into Lone Peak Fieldhouse. Senior night for Lone Peak Knights. Lone Peak girls basketball presented by HanuWear.com. Westlake hanging in there. This feels a lot like the game a year ago at Westlake that closed out the season. The Thunder had the game around single digits late in the fourth quarter. As Austin Feller misses that one, and it's a rebound and run out with Kaylee Wilson. Probably Kennedy Wilson. Doesn't do it. Inside of Bartholomew. Sarah around the defender. And Bartholomew now with 8 points. Quickly ahead with Chloe Jensen at 2 threes in the first half. Jada over to Chloe, into the corner. Isley Salval off the mark, rebound to Sikander. And the unconventional alley-oop to Sikander. Shawnee Nordstrom, no, and the rebound to Jensen. There's Jada. Extra pass to Jensen for three, yes. Chloe Jensen's third three of the night. And it's a 5-point ball game. They're front and back on Bartholomew. That ball out of bounds. It'll be Lone Peak ball. As Katie Lawrence comes in for Kaylee Rich.
She replaces Kaylee Rich. Nicely done.
Quickly into Tanuvasa. Oh, nice job. Jackknifed that up and in. Naya Tanuvasa. Down the floor with the Thunder. Feller, she traveled. Drug her foot after she terminated. And we go back down the floor with Lone Peak as inbound near side. So we talked about it being senior night with Lone Peak, and we have the seniors with Westlake as well in their final regular season game. And Chloe Jensen, Michaela Euler, Austin Feller, Sammy Riley, and Sophie Crimson. We also have a special, she's a junior, but get that ball inside to Bartholomew, the foul first, but a playing career cut off early, and that's what's sad with CJ Cox, the junior guard, or junior wing, we'll call her, got hurt in the last matchup, I believe, against Lone Peak, and this injury was severe enough that I don't know if she'll come back and play next year. So she plans on coaching on the staff of Coach McFarland. As the three is good from Katie Lawrence, but probably a long, they did call it a three. So, but she's gonna come back, plan on right now, come back to the coach on the staff and be around the team. And but you just feel for someone like CJ, puts a lot of work in. You think about the summers, and probably part of AU ball and other things. But just want to send out a certain heartfelt to her. Oh, Sikander can't get that one to go. But on a senior night to recognize someone else that is not going to have the chance to suit it up again. As Katie Lawrence can't get that one to go. The rebound to Tanuvasa. Naya put it up, no. Rebound to Jada Willis. Willis on the push. They got numbers. Raise it for Salval, gets it back. Isley back over to Jada. Into Feller. Inside out. Sikander for three. A little too long, and the ball will go back to Lone Peak. You mentioned Janice Sikander, just a freshman. So Bartholomew at the junction, send it out to Lawrence. Katie inside, nice job on the pick and roll. Nice find, a nice finish there by Sarah Bartholomew. And Katie Lawrence might be the best passer on the team. You make the little nifty passes like that. Saw that in the Holiday Hoop Fest as well. And it's stolen away by Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee right down the floor. And Nordstrom finishes, gets the steal and the bucket. And Shawnee with 6 points. A little scoring night for her, but it's a big push from Lone Peak. A 9-0 run. It was 25-20. Lone Peak put on a 9-0 run. And a timeout taken by Coach McFarland with 4:07 left in the third. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball, presented by HanuWear.com. Welcome back into Lone Peak Fieldhouse as the keyboardist is just going to town over there. The kid tickling the keys down there. And Don't Stop Believing by Journey. He did the whole slide and everything. Man. Austin Bigelow wish he could sing the way that kid plays the keyboard. What am I saying? He was JoJo, for heaven's sakes. I know better. He would. For those of you who don't, if you recall the Hell Center Theater, oh, that ball goes a little too tall. Then to Thompson. Hell Center Theater around 2011. The little JoJo, that was Austin Bigelow. Ensemble characters after that, but he was JoJo. And he was in Oklahoma. And then he was just mean people in Newsies and stuff like that. So down the floor with Lone Peak after the turnover. Here's Tanuvasa in the lane. And again, having to force that one up. No, rebound to Bartholomew. Sarah couldn't get that putback. Rebound out to Jada Willis on the run. Chloe open for three. Oh, it almost went out. And Chloe Jensen with their fourth three of the evening. She's got 12 points on the power of those 4 threes. And Westlake trying to keep this thing within striking distance as Bartholomew with the rebound and putback. The future Cougar now at 12 points. Oh, nice cut. Nice cut, nice finish by Austin Feller. And it's 36-25 Lone Peak. Shawnee pulls up again from the junction, no. And a rebound to Willis. Jada right to the rim. Oh, a little strong off the glass. Rebound to Feller, sends it back out to Sikander. And Jensen to Feller. The spacing's just a little off here from the Thunder. Sikander drives up Sarah with the block and then gets the ball back. It's a freshman on senior crime. Head to freshman Zuri Nordstrom to Shawnee. Back out, Tanuvasa. The three won't go on the rebound to Bartholomew. A fresh shot clock to the Knights. So reset the offense up top with Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee with 20 seconds. On the drive, call offensive foul first. There's been no signal for the call. Oh, okay, 5 seconds. He didn't give a hand signal of what anything was. So 5 second closely guard, a nice defense there from Westlake. A chance to get this back to single digits with a made bucket. There's Jada Willis. Back over to Sikander. Nice hands by Kennedy. Feller terminates, back out to Willis. 8 on the shot clock. Jensen to Feller, back out to Sikander with 3, 2, 1. Chloe at the horn, no. And the rebound to Bartholomew. Zuri Nordstrom down the baseline. A little too close to the rim. Bartholomew there for the board. And the putback there by Sarah Bartholomew. And now a steal to Tanuvasa. A nice handle by Naya. Just had to save it back in, but in the hands of Sikander. And now a foul to Wilson. First personal foul on Kennedy. First team foul, Lone Peak in the quarter. 20 seconds and counting here left in the fourth. Or probably left in the third. Sikander pulls up, no. Feller tracks it down. 6 seconds, Jada Willis, too strong. Rebound to Salval with 3. Isley with 1. Not gonna get a shot off, and that will do it for the third quarter. we go to the fourth quarter. It is Lone Peak 38, Westlake 25. You're watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball presented by HanuWear.com on KSL Sports Rewind on KSLSports.com. Start of the fourth quarter, Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network presented by HanuWear.com. The Thunder have been hanging around. The Lone Peak pulling away to close this one out. Again, the final home game for the Lone Peak Knights in the regular season. We will be back here next week for their first home game on the home site part of the state tournament. And then it'll be on to the Huntsman Center Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Monday the 26th, Wednesday the 28th, Championship Friday, March the 1st on the leap there. The 3 on the way, no. And if you want to know why that happened, why we're playing a kind of a ski-wampish tournament, Jeff Clough going to be on Rewind tomorrow, 10 a.m. on KSLSports.com and KSL Sports. Myself and Dane Stewart are going to talk to Jeff Clough, talk about scheduling and other things from the Activity Association with the state tournaments, as Nordstrom going to be called for the reach-in foul. First personal foul on Shawnee. But to our knowledge is that there wasn't any available larger arenas for all 5 days. University of Utah plays at home on Leap Day. BYU's home in that same period of time in the state tournament. Same with Weber State. I don't look at Utah State. Couldn't tell you. I know the Jazz are gone, but Disney on Ice is in town. So there's no way to run all 5 days at one site to go Monday through Saturday per usual. So Sikander sends that ball up top to Cheney. Give it back to Feller. 15 seconds. Jansen outside Sikander. Good defense. Now the foul comes to Kaylee Rich. Got her with that hand bent over. So now Janice Sikander, the freshman, will step to the line. So next Saturday, it will be the first day of 5A at the Huntsman Center. Boys go first, their first 4 games, and then the girls session that night. And then we'll come back to 6A on Monday, 5A Tuesday, semifinal Wednesday, championship Friday. And all those games will be right here on KSLSports.com. Myself, Dusty Litster, and Dane Stewart will bring you every game. We'll also have surprise coaches. They'll come join us as third members of our broadcast crews. It is one of our favorite weeks, if not our favorite week of the year. And near steal there by Sikander. Shawnee to the corner to Tanuvasa. Naya fits that one to Rich. And Kaylee Rich with the bucket on senior day. And then we'll take a lot of March off, and we'll be back with soccer, lacrosse, and baseball. Dane Stewart will take care of lacrosse. Alex Napolis, Alex Tumalip will have some soccer coverage. And I will be handling baseball and softball. As Shawnee nearly had this steal. Good cutoff there by Sikander.
First substitution number 4, Jada Willis. She's in for Ava Cheney.
Feller over to Willis. Jada, one of the seniors on this Thunder team. Back to Sikander. 1 second, they lost track of the shot clock. And now we're going to have a foul on the heave. So a foul on the heave is going to put Feller at the line to shoot 3. The foul goes on Tanuvasa, number 1 on Naya. And it'd be one thing if one official had it. 2 officials had that call. Oh, they're saying 2 shots, not 3. So saying her foot was inside the arc as she misses the first. Lone Peak has 1 foul to give in the quarter. Westlake has 0 team fouls. And the free throw does not go. So 0 for 2 from the stripe there from Feller on the gift from Lone Peak. Naya over to Rich. Shawnee for 3, yes. First 3 of the day for Shawnee Nordstrom. On the drive, Feller sends it back out to Salval. 15, now down to 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jensen to Feller, goes into Bartholomew. Try to circle it around. That Salval tipped away by Woolston. 3 seconds, now taken away by Kennedy. Kennedy up the sideline. Exit route back in, and Bartholomew nearly got the +1. But Sarah Bartholomew fouled. It'll put Sarah at the line to shoot 2. Foul goes to Chloe Jensen, number 2 on Jensen.
Sarah Bartholomew at the line for the night shooting 2.
As I mentioned, this senior class been part of all 3 years of the Lone Peak Girls Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. And we're currently 2 for 2 with state championships in our coverage of Lone Peak. Doing every game for the Knights as Sarah misses the first.
Lone Peak substitution. 0-0. Katie Lawrence replaces Kaylee Rich.
But Lone Peak, one of our favorite places because we do football, boys and girls basketball. We come to Lone Peak in the heat of August and leave in the bitter cold of February. As Sarah goes 1 for 2. 17-point lead for Lone Peak. And this game was 25-20. That is a 19-7 run for Lone Peak. 4:57 left in the fourth. Lone Peak looking to go 10-0 in region play. They'll most likely have that. Well, we'll see where they come in the RPI. In fact, you'll know tomorrow. Dane Stewart and I will have the bracket revealed. Brackets get revealed at 10 a.m. That's when we'll have Jeff Clough on the live show on Rewind. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 3, 2, and Sikander right down the stretch there. Gets right to the rim. And Sikander, the freshman, with 4 points. Sarah out to Tanuvasa. Naya, strong take, couldn't get it. Rebound again to Bartholomew, and Sarah fouled. Could have put the senior post at the line again for another 2 free throws. Mrs. Sarah going to BYU, worked so hard to get that offer and came in, she took it. We'll be going to team up with Emma Calvert and Kaylee Woolston, amongst others from the state of Utah. Lauren Guston, who's a Utah gal, Salem Hills High School, will be graduating after having an amazing double-double career at BYU. As the women's team's got it going. They've won a couple in a row in Big 12 play. So Thompson gives that up to Feller. Remember, Thompson had the 3 earlier in the game. There's a long 2. Ball through the hands. The Feller on the run now with Wilson. Kennedy leaves it for Tanuvasa. Naya, nice take and finish. Naya, he said, expect some Division I attention to Naya at the end of the season. Had a great soccer year. As the 3's on the way, no rebound. And jump ball. Possession arrow will stay here with Westlake. And Tanuvasa comes from Division I family, a lot of football players, cousins. Oh, inbound right into Tanuvasa. Naya on the run. Cheney back there with her, and Tanuvasa now with 12 points. And I was looking for senior Shawnee Nordstrom getting to double figures. Leading scorer of the night currently is Sarah Bartholomew. And Chloe Jensen. Baseline jumper to Feller, got it. Nice ball movement. Baseline Jay's there. Shawnee, and one. Are they going to call it? Yeah, call the bucket. Give her the hoop, and Shawnee Nordstrom out with 11, going to the line looking for 12. Nice take and make by Shawnee Nordstrom. Shawnee going to be in her final state tournament. The freshman got to the semifinals. I believe it was semis with Bingham. In fact, I believe they beat Lone Peak in that tournament. And she was a freshman, and the family moved to the Lone Peak Boundaries and won a state title as a sophomore and a junior. Been outstanding and go play college basketball in California. Sikander over to Jensen. Chloe back over to Janice Sikander. She'll float it up, no. And the rebound to Katie Lawrence. Lawrence to Nordstrom. Shawnee. Reverse it and score it. 14 points now for Shawnee. So quick to the rim. And a timeout, Westlake, their final timeout of the ball game. 2:10 left, and Lone Peak pulling away. 54-31, Knights lead the Thunder. 2:10 left in the ball game. Please go to HanuWear.com. Also want to thank CRV Heating and Air for their support of Lone Peak Girls Basketball and the Rewind Sports Network. They've been great partners this season. Get that into Jensen. And Chloe No looking for number 5 on the night. On the drive, Lawrence. The lane opened up, and Katie Lawrence took advantage. Lawrence, just a junior, should be back next year. Salvo, fortunate. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Jensen from way outside, no. And now a rebound foul on, loose ball foul on Katie Lawrence. Saying she pushed down on the block. Number 1 on Katie. And now these seniors will come off the floor. So out comes Kaylee Rich, Sarah Bartholomew, Shawnee Nordstrom, and Naya Tanuvasa.
Kaylee Rich and Sarah Bartholomew.
So coming in is Lave Holdcraft, Olivia Fotu. Zuri Nordstrom and Kendi Wilson. As you're looking at next year's 5. So we got a foul on that rebound as well. The foul to Zuri Nordstrom. There's the foul shot, no good. And the second is. So 1 of 2. Kennedy over to Katie Lawrence. Zuri to the corner to Lave Holdcraft. As we go inside of a minute remaining in this one. Again, the boys basketball game will be up in about 15 minutes right here on this feed. You don't have to go anywhere. We'll reset the stream and the clocks and everything, as you're used to seeing, as Zuri Nordstrom gives the bump to Feller. Number 2 on Zuri. It'll be Rob Ross's Lone Peak Knights After that impressive win against Lehigh, taking on Coach Carling's Westlake Thunder. Nate Carling, a longtime head coach at Westlake, came over from Mountain View. In fact, if I remember right, he replaced, I talk about this all the time, and I should always make sure on this, he replaced Jeff Gardner, the head coach at Skyridge at Mountain View. And going 1-2. So Zuri goes back over to Kennedy. It'll be just 2 possessions left in this one as Kennedy going to circle out, give it up to Katie Lawrence. But a good year for Coach Nancy Warner, and Lone Peak took some lumps early in the season trying to find themselves. They were beaten by Ridgeline here at home as Chloe Jensen with the block on Zuri Nordstrom. But they ride the ship, won some national tournaments, got things right, got into region play, and they played extremely well as Willis misses that one. 8 seconds. Two, one, and that will do it. As Lave Holcraft's bucket wouldn't matter. And that'll do it. Lone Peak takes this one 56-33. And Lone Peak was perfect through region play heading into the state tournament. Your HanuWear.com players of the game. We're going to go with all 4 seniors. Senior night, Shawnee Nordstrom hit double figures. Kaylee Rich did nice things on the floor. Naya Tarnavasa has been spectacular this season. Or was Sarah Bartholomew. I didn't keep track how many offensive rebounds, but she had a ton of them. But I'd be shocked if she had a double-double tonight with rebounds and points. But again, our final score, Lone Peak 56, Westlake 33. We'll see you in the state tournament for Austin Bigelow and Kenzie Valentine. I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching Lone Peak Girls Basketball on KSLSports.com.